Yeah, it's going to be that kind of day, isn't it? Rico, how are you? Great. I've talked to you for the last hour. I know how you are. So can we just do this? I'm sorry, but even the most ardent supporter of college football, I think we've had our come to Jesus moment. That was an absolute disgrace yesterday. And
which part?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Do you have 4 hours?
Yeah, which part? Let's take it to 6.
Okay, so the way I laid this out was like, you can arrive at the right answer to a math question, but if you don't use the right formula, you don't get credit for it. It's the committee.
It basically becomes a guess.
Yeah, and the committee is just an unserious group of grifters. And it does begin and end with this Miami Notre Dame thing. And you can say they got it right, except they got it right through all the wrong ways. Mm-hmm. So here are the examples. I'll run through 3 things. You guys can take this wherever you want, but we have a distinct problem. This committee is a joke. A, why did Miami move up and Notre Dame move down? Neither team played. Nor did any common opponent. Notre Dame was solidly at 9 or 10 for the last month. Mm-hmm. And you waited till this week to magically and deliciously flip them. Mm-hmm. Why? We don't get that answer because they get to make up things. Now, I can't read to you what's in my notes. What I wrote was my answer. These clueless cat enthusiasts chose to anger one school versus entire conference. Major cat enthusiasts.
Kitties.
Example 2. Why did BYU get punished for losing their conference championship game against a top 5 team, yet Alabama suffered no consequences, losing their 3rd game? Mm-hmm. Example 3.
I was about to say, that one's the easy answer.
Oh, sure it is, because ESPN owns the SEC.
Alabama can't be let out of the playoffs 2 years ago.
ESPN doesn't own the Big 12. Exactamundo. Example 3. So the ACC champ doesn't get in. Totally good with it. But another team from the same conference who didn't even play in the ACC title game does go. Huh? And all the while, the bracket that they have produced is the most wholly underwhelming, wholly unwatchable turd in a tuxedo you could ever have. Why am I looking at Tulane and James Madison?
Well, see, that's point number 4 for me, if I may add.
You can add
because here's the thing. Because Duke won the ACC, they needed another conference champion, so they just had to step down to the next best conference champion. So Tulane is in. So rather than just having just one group of 5 team, no, we still have to let James Madison in as well, do we?
You know the point spread for those games, people?
Yeah.
JMU got in. They're 21.5-point dogs. Tulane got in. 17.5-point dogs. Ain't nobody watching that.
Couldn't Tulane just double dip and be the representative and also be the guy that won the last conference title because you couldn't take Duke in? Like, what are you doing? Like, guys, who wants to watch this, and why are you dying on this hill?
Well,
that's what I would have asked.
That's also from the ear. So this is my version of what Rico wants to ask, using verbiage I speak. Is anyone enjoying this bull jive? All this does is encourage you, don't schedule anyone. There's no point to. Rack wins, get in. Matchups are simply performative. Mm-hmm. The committee will make up things on the fly. The rules are made on the fly. Oh, and by the way, did you see it leak out last night? Notre Dame's got a little MOU.
Oh, no, it didn't leak out. The AD told everybody.
They got a memorandum of understanding.
Won't happen again.
If Notre Dame's in the top 12 next year, they get an auto bid. And if it expands to 14 and they're in the top 13, they get an auto bid. Huh?
Yeah. It was their way of protecting themselves from this type
Here's
of thing.
Here's how you could protect yourselves. You spoiled bitches. Schedule. Oh, but we like our independence. Why? So you can get diabetes because you eat at the Cupcake Factory every week?
Well, it's funny you say about schedule. But here's the thing. Scheduling is going to go away because Texas threatened to drop Ohio State and said, you know what? If we didn't play Ohio State, we play Little Sisters of the Poor.
Which is what I've always said to you. I don't need you to tell me I was right because I know I'm right. The point is you promised me better games and you lied to me.
No.
You lied to me.
No.
Lied.
No.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Hey, hillbilly.
You keep the airline miles.
Yeah, you got those miles. You're flying around with your whore. All right.
Take a pill. Go comatose.
That's it, baby.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. We love wedding crashes.
Yeah.
We can't help it.
No, you had the better games, but this year, teams who lost had consequences, and they're saying, wait. So Indiana played nobody.
Kennesaw State, Old Dominion, Indiana State, if I remember correctly, non-con.
And they made sure it was nobody. There was no chance of an upset. They went underneath the bottom of the chili pot.
Newsflash, if Michigan didn't play Oklahoma, they're in.
Right, which I think now teams are going to say, yeah, we're going to go ahead and buy that team off the schedule, and we're going to go this route. Now, it's funny because Signetti called it the Alabama way of scheduling, but now India, like their non-conference for the next 3-4 years, it's a joke. I think the toughest team they play is Eastern Michigan. Shout out TJ.
So the question is this. I just, where do you stand with all this? I mean, the committee, what a collection of unserious people. They just do whatever they want. They don't even have to answer for it. Look, it's not about whether Notre Dame deserved to get in or not. I like that they played Miami. Miami won. Miami gets the nod. I'm not mad about it. But why do the performative theater of Notre Dame being distinctly ahead of Miami for the last month only to flip it when nothing changed?
Well, Mike, that goes to the whole TV. Let's get eyeballs on the set. Let's get people to watch our show. Anybody who watches the college football show, you need a lobotomy because they're going to lie to you every single week. They will make up stuff just to make up stuff to fit their whatever narrative they want that week. I figured that out over 10 years ago. Like, guys, this is a waste of time because in the end, whoever they want, whatever conference they're aligned with, that's who's going to go in. And Notre Dame was the carrot on the stick to keep you watching every week to see where's Notre Dame going to be.
And can I say this too? Because I feel like this is slipping away as I see the calls get screened. Paul Serra doing a great job as always. Guys, this isn't some defensive Notre Dame, so you can save your time. This is about the product. It's about the principle. It's about how it was done, not that it was done. Please keep your eye on the prize here. This system is a joke. This sport is a joke. And by the way, for those of you wondering, ESPN spent how much money to get the playoffs? $8 billion. ESPN has conference loyalties to who? The SEC and the ACC. Who made out in this deal? Bama losing a third game and not getting punished, and Miami not winning that dog water conference but still getting in. Tell me again the networks don't run the sport.
Bama getting in after getting throttled. That game was never close against Georgia. Now, once again, if it was the Big Ten championship game, going down to Alabama misses a field goal at the last second.
Different.
I get it. Like, this was nothing. The only good thing about that game was Bernard scored an anytime touchdown for me.
Congratulations to you.
That was it. Other than that, it was
big moment.
I'm sitting there like, this is boring.
Again, please tell me again why I need to take this sport seriously. I mean, the only sport that needs governance more than college football would be horse racing. We need Congress. We need a commissioner. We need contracts. We need a CBA. And by the way, everything we're talking about, hate to break it to all of you, all this is going to do is fuel the networks to do grotesque expansion. And I'm not talking 16. They're going to go to 24. Because you know what they're going to do? They're going to rebuild the very ecosystem they destroyed, the bowls. And this is going to be a complete nonsense product. So again, we've outlined all the nonsense they pulled. Total nonsense.
Yeah.
So tell me where you're at with this sport, please. Because ultimately, do you know the villain in all of this? These shabbily put together, oversized conferences. They're not even conferences. They're basically scheduling agreements. You got two teams from San Francisco, which resides on what ocean?
Pacific Ocean.
In the Atlantic Coast Conference. Example A.
Well, yeah.
Don't well me, mister.
Look, dude, You have the Big Ten with how many schools in it?
18.
Okay.
The ACC.
Quality education.
ACC, by the way, is going to go to a 9-game conference schedule. One problem.
17 teams.
17 teams.
Did anybody do the math?
I barely passed Calc 2. Like, you got to be, like, I wasn't an engineer. I didn't take Diffie-Q,
No.
but even I know that's not mathematically possible.
You're going to stop playing at halftime, and you're going to pick up the second half with this team, and that's going to count. I don't know how they're going to manage to pull this one
But
off.
again, whether the committee got it right or wrong is not where I'm at. It's, the absurdity of how they arrived at it. You have the clear conflict of interest with ESPN, and you also have a wholly unwatchable playoff. Oh, by the way, nice job putting Ole Miss and Tulane at 3:30 and Oregon and JMU in prime time. Who's watching that?
Okay, first of all, can't we just have a group of 5 playoff and make it actually something that those teams can win rather than just being a lamb led to slaughter?
I'm for anything other than what we have. I will throw the number out. Would love any and all of your thoughts. I'm not going to sit here and go to war. I'm fine that Miami got in. They played Notre Dame head-to-head. Here's your problem. That game was 3 months ago. If those two teams played today, Notre Dame's a better football team. But fine, games have to matter. Then why was Notre Dame sitting at 9 and Miami was at 18 3 weeks ago? Nothing changed. Notre Dame put up 70 on Syracuse. Notre Dame put up 50 on Stanford. What changed? Not even common opponents changed. No one played. Come on, guys. And by the way, if you're going to punish BYU, whose quarterback got hobbled, Bear Bachmeier's ankle exploded in the first half, if you're going to punish them for losing their second game of the year to Texas Tech, how do you reward Alabama?
What conference?
Got it. 248-539-9797. Would love to hear from you. You pick your angle. We're talking all of them. 97.1.